No change to either side to start this second half. Perth Glory. Can they double down on that first half performance? As Timmins goes forward down that right side, it's chopped out, and Wanderers can start again, looking for the early ball to Mitchell Duke. The king of the lost cause, Mitchell Duke. Look at that. Keeps it in. Fantastic work from the front man of Wanderers. So an opportunity brewing here out of that effort from Mitchell Duke. Perhaps, no. Castro's there to stop all of that. Fornaroli.
Well, they certainly did make the most of that brilliant effort. Chasing a lost cause, Mitchell Duke. How he kept that in was quite extraordinary. And that's the kind of effort, enthusiasm that's going to be needed. Not from just him, but all these players if they're going to get back into this game.
Natta's asking for offside, not given just yet. Keogh looking for Fornaroli, who takes off, and he can't get it first time for that back stick. And now the flag goes up, so he was offside, Andy Keogh. Assistant saying, Andy, I have to. It's the way it works these days. Here goes Duke again. Another former Mariner across there. Espro, who has gone down in a heap. No one around him. What's he done here? Rolled the ankle. Oh no, just a little one on top of the boot. Missed that. Nothing too sinister. Just comes in, but Reddy claims. Didn't have a stack to do, Liam Reddy, in that first half, apart from get his bearings back after copping a close range one. Russell. Duke. Troisi, quick ball movement from Wanderers, opens up this for Kamau. Bruce one-on-one with Latchman, who keeps his feet crawling across the ground there. Bruce was on all fours at one stage there, did well. Latchman has a little pop, misses, and gets him the second time of asking. Good little battle, that one. Good battles all over the park.
And that was good defending because he didn't dive in, didn't go to ground.
Kept a similar shape, Wanderers, so far. Looks like Robbie.
Yep, it's exactly the same. So I think Carl Robinson, you can see their starting positions much higher from that kickoff, so you see they press a lot higher.
Ziegler saw space in front of him, ran into it, and Kamau has a go. Oh, what a hit from Bruce Kamau. Liam Reddy can only look up and go, what? Wanderers are right back in it.
Well, we saw a sensational goal in the first half. This is top draw as well from Kamau. It didn't look possible, really, because I thought when he had his touch, it was sort of stuck a little bit beneath his feet here. Look here, and he sort of digs it out. Big backlift. Whistles through the air, crashes against the post. Reddy, no chance, and you can see how good a strike that is because Reddy doesn't even complain to his defenders or anyone. He just looks and goes, wow, where did that come from?
What an extraordinary goal-scoring run from Bruce Kamau. 8th goal for the season. 6 in his last 7 now. Keogh cushioning it down. Castro, can they hit straight back? Glory. Gordon gets over there, blocks it. Still alive for Economides. And just wide. Corner.
Yeah, Perth complaining they wanted the penalty, but I thought Castro came inside. He shouldn't have. I thought he could have kept going. He's tried the little trick there. Gordon clearly gets the ball. There's no penalty there.
Timmins, flat corner, met by Dorrans. Keogh leads it for running behind, but it falls to Latchman, who stayed up from the set piece. Castro, one-on-one, and trying to curl it. And Margush diving for the cameras, just to make sure.
Yeah, didn't get any bend on it. The ball gifted back to Latchman, who rolls it to Castro and misses by quite some moments. Some dive from Margush.
All the way back to...
What a great time for the Wanderers to score though, straight after half-time. We saw Perth leading against Melbourne victory, and it was a scramble to get to the end of that game. That was 3 games ago now. 2-1 win.
Duke is caught by Guerrier. Yeah, that was the most nervous of performances from Perth Glory after victory. Got it back to 2-1. They were down to 10 men. Perth were just hanging on, just trying to get back to winning ways. And they doubled down on that with a win over Western United. Running to form in this first half, but now then, Wanderers making it 2-1 early in this second half. Russell. Duke coughs it up to Timmins for a Rowley. Slipping over and finding it hard to keep their feet. Castro goes to ground.
And all of a sudden it's Wanderers picking up those little challenges there.
Oh, Bruce, chest down, flip over the back of the head. Not a bad cross, but no one on the edge of the 6-yard box for Wanderers. A couple of confident players out there. One B Kamau and A Keogh. Natter. With a relatively simple ball, and Perth can come away here through Aspro and Latchman. It's Otter, high starting position for the left back, and Keogh putting his shoulder into the back of Gordon. Natter. It's 2 in a row for the young centre-back. So thankfully for Glory's sake that the pressure hasn't really been applied since the goal from Wanderers in any great consistent form. And here's Castro at the other end. Diego looking for Keogh for his hat-trick. Can't find him. Dorrans diving in, gets there before Bodnar. Important challenge. Troisi can release Duke, who peeled off Aspro, and he's away down the left. Duke looking for Kamau, the man in form for Wanderers. That's good defending, good covering from Timmins.
And Kamau doesn't take it on himself in his kind of form. I was expecting him to try and take on Latchman there. That's a really good counter-attack from the Wanderers there.
Kamau and Russell. That's to Duke. Economides has to take care of business for Perth at the back. Guerrier. To Keogh. Header. To Otter. That is such a relief for Glory. Able to play out that way. Keogh looking to take Wanderers back line the other way, and Bodnar ignored the run over back from Keogh, finds Castro instead. Unlike him, I've got his ideas mixed up. Yeah, no, Jamie Harnwell, your thoughts on the opening 10 minutes of this second half, Jamie?
I thought Glory had come out really well at it to start with until that absolute stunner from Kamau. It was a good response from Glory afterwards in creating chances as well, but the Wanderers definitely able to have more of the ball this half. Glory not able to affect as much pressure, and they're going to be in for a long half if they continue to cough it up like that.
Here's Russell around Latchman. He'll have a go. Tate Russell has done it like that previously this season, earlier in the season against Newcastle. Wins his side a corner.
And what I like about Russell here is he doesn't try a trick, because he doesn't. He's at full pace. He's got one central defender and he just pushes it past him and makes that space to get away the strike. It was at the near post and a lot of power, and Reddy nearly surprised by it.
Troisi's corner, met by Fornaroli. Russell. Troisi. Fornaroli doing the defending. Keogh trying to help out. Comes the cross. Duke making a dangerous run, and Latchman has to stretch. Another corner for Wanderers. Duke lost his housemate recently, Simon Cox, who's back in the UK watching this one with his child, reunited. Hopefully you're enjoying things over there. Simon, here comes the corner, and it's met by Glory's defenders out to Troisi. Duke, the ball. Trouble for Perth Glory. Oh, and Graham Dorrans can't believe he's missed the target with that one.
Well, they stood and literally watched. And Dorrans knows what a big chance this is. Look, no one pressuring the ball. Three of them in front of him, just standing watching him, allowing him to take on the strike. No one closed him down, and you can tell from Reddy's dive that he was concerned.
Keogh just throwing himself over Ziggy Gordon there. No foul. Duke trying to chest it down to Troisi. Latchman's there. Shed in full voice need to be for this crucial game for Perth Glory. They get to 28 points. They're on 28 points on the live ladder right now, equal with Wellington and Western United, above now Western United. Got a game in hand. The teams above them as well. To come against Adelaide midweek here on Wednesday evening. Fornaroli trying to link up with Castro. Duke trying to do the same with Troisi. He's just got himself muddled up there, Mitchell, and Perth can come away through Fornaroli again. Economidi. So you'd imagine it'll be soon. The respective managers going to their firepower on the bench, and there's plenty of it for both sides. I mentioned before, D'Agostino, Chianese, Amiento for Perth Glory, the attacking threat. Abini, McDonald, Muller for Western Sydney Wanderers. Some, if not all, are going to have a big say in the outcome of this one. It's around the hour mark that Robinson does make his changes usually. Lovely feet, Fornaroli. Natta. Wanderers trying to play down this left. Already assessing his options. Doesn't go long this time. Wanderers looking to put pressure on the ball, but Castro found some space. And as he always does, he maintains possession. This time off a deflection, though. Timmins. Castro.
Better pressure from Wanderers in this second half. You'd see getting around the ball. No space or time for Castro there. Here he'll have a bit more. Drops inside his own half.
Castro to Keogh. Oh, we tried the party trick to find Otter. So the first substitution of the evening coming. It's a bit of a surprise. Bruno Fornaroli, who's not overly chuffed with that particular decision. Joel Keogh, who's from the west of Sydney, playing for Blacktown City. Fine producer of young talent, Blacktown City.
Well, Fornaroli, you're not never impressed to be taken off, but you've got to understand Garcia in respect to some of these experienced older players, that there's a game in virtually 2 days, 3 days. Wednesday is their next home game.
He's been substituted in the last 4 games, Bruno Fornaroli, and this is the earliest which he's been told to come off. Troisi now with a chance for Wanderers on his left foot as well. He has a go. And it's a fantastic double palm save from Liam Reddy.
Yeah, great save, because he probably thinks it's going the other way. I think Troisi might go for that far post there, and he hits it straighter and back on the angle. And see from here, he's standing, great leap, and it's a good save.
Caught it well, Troisi. Here he is with the corner. Very good header away. So Keogh, a totally different type of player to Fornaroli. He'll look to get in behind, try and stretch Wanderers. So I wonder if there's a few more direct options taken by Perth Glory when they're playing out. Get to Jamie Harnwell in a moment with his thoughts on that substitution and what might be coming for Wanderers. Here's Natter and Garkovic. Natter. Garkovic in defeat. And Russell. There is narrow. Castro. So to give away possession, but Economides did straight away and gives away the foul. And Ziegler has stayed down. He's going to go to his pocket, Daniel Elder, which will give us a chance to go down to Jamie Harnwell. Your thoughts on Bruno being called off there?
Took me by a little bit by surprise, I must admit. Looks like Economides has taken up Fornaroli's position. Keogh out wide. Keogh probably a little bit more defensive in that wing-back position than Economides, so perhaps trying to protect a little bit there, Richard Garcia. But certainly Keogh's by no means a defensive player, but he also has those fresh legs out there to try and press on when Glory do have the ball.
Looks like Aussie Malik's going to come on, so one of the 2 holding midfielders, Timmins or Bodnar, perhaps to make way soon. Here's Wanderers.
Well, there's no doubt they've lost control of the football match. Wanderers are controlling the tempo now. And you see the field position is much more in Wanderers' favour.
Good ball movement from Wanderers, top of the box. Can't fashion a chance out of that, but they'll go again through Garkovic. Natter. Sessing, and looking for someone who simply wasn't there, which is never a good thing. Ready, taking no chances with this, perhaps recognising pressure that is building from the away side. Natter, good defensive header from the young man, but falls to Castro. Keogh, Castro's there again. And here's Keogh in behind, using his pace for a handball, and it's given. Daniel Elder has found a handball. It'll have to be confirmed by VAR. Patrick Ziegler is miffed.
Well, as the action happened, there was a massive shout, but I didn't see the referee's assistant flag, and he was looking straight at it. So obviously the VAR are going to look at this from the angle we couldn't see. So the referee looked pretty sure of it.
Cool.
Well, if you lead in like that, look, I don't know what the rule is, but he's got his hand up as he's coming, sliding in for that ball.
A little deflection off the hip into the arm, which is above the head. If it hit the one on the base, it would have been okay. But here we go. Andy Keogh on a hat-trick on his birthday. Converts. What a beautiful penalty. What a beautiful day for Andy Keogh, and Perth are back in control.
Well, just at a time when they've lost control, and this is the way to take it back, get a third. I tell you, it had to be perfectly placed because Margouche goes the right way, and I think it actually grazes the post. You could hear it. You see better from this way. Margouche picks the right way. No, it's the back. The noise comes from the back, but it's right in the corner, and Margouche couldn't get a fingertip to it. Enough power to take it past him. And a hat-trick to Andy Keogh.
Here it is again. So if it hits the left arm of Ziegler there, because he's using it to balance himself on the ground, it's no pen. But because the right arm is up a little and it's deflected a little these days, that is a pen. Daniel Elder saw it easily. VAR quickly confirmed. Chris Griffith-Jones. And it's back to this 2-goal margin. Perth Glory made another change. Aussie Malik is now out there, 3-1 up. So Western Sydney back where they started this second half.
And Kianazi's first involvement creates a penalty. And they'll be filthy, Wanderers, because they had control of this game.
Andy Keogh's third hat-trick in A-League football. Previous ones against Melbourne City and Brisbane. None of them on his birthday, though. Hat-trick on your birthday. How good.
Especially when you haven't scored all season.
A lovely touch from Kamau, and Ugarkovic continues to run from midfield, but only can go straight at Liam Reddy.
And Troisi puts his hands to his head, but to be fair to Ugarkovic, I didn't think he had any other option there. The only thing I thought is he might have been able to take it forward a couple of more metres.
Wanderers have got to continue to find ways to get Bruce Kamau on the ball as quickly as possible, because the confidence in Bruce at the moment is career high stuff. Economides going to put the foot down past Ziegler, who defends him well. Dorrance. And Gordon. They're going to have to go after it now. Western Sydney Wanderers. Take Russell. And take Otter on. Gets a little bit of space, but can't come up with the cross he needed to. And the Japanese left back does well to win a goal kick. Jamie Harnwell. What was your greatest ever birthday? Did you ever score a hat-trick on your birthday?
My birthday's in July, Adam, so I think it might have had a pre-season game that I notched in. That's about it.
Jamie, just on the penalty, I mean, obviously you played as both, mostly as a central defender, but also as a striker. How did you see that penalty?
Look, by the letter of the law, it's a penalty these days. I'm not sure I agree with that. It's a very difficult one of where do you actually put your arm when you're sliding, and how can you hold it next to your body as it kicks off just in front of us.
Well, Andy, I'm going to ruin your birthday by getting a red card. It's a good little battle with he and Ziggy Gordon. Jamie?
Yeah, certainly a physical one a few times as runs have been made off the ball. Gordon's using his body trying to step across. Andy Keogh's got the simple answer at the moment, hasn't he, that I've got the 3 and you haven't.
3 points, 3 goals. First pass doesn't work out for Wanderers, and here comes Keogh. Economides continues down a path where he's only surrounded by white shirts. He's run away from all his support there, but they can reset here. Perth, the pitch is nice and open. Timmins. Can't find Castro. Luke Bodnar, who went off, by the way, for Ozzy Malik. That goal, Timmins does really well. Capoeira to bring that down. Here's Castro. I dare say that Diego Castro and Sheva wouldn't be in much. Here he is again. Get it over the top of Ziegler. He's got a chance here if Economides can cut it back. It's gone over someone's head. It's gone over everyone's head and met, guess who? Andy Keogh at the back stick. A fantastic fall. His birthday gets better and better and better.
Well, when it rains, it pours. I mean, they get inside the penalty box here. Ziegler just nods his back. Good work from Economides, just determined there. Big deflection. And he's just hanging at the back post, and he gets himself a tap in. Here's the big deflection. Pops it up over the goalkeeper and Ziggy Gordon and Tate Russell. And Andy Keogh is just at the back post. Says thank you very much. And absolutely incredible night for Andy Keogh.
So, 2 weeks ago for Andy Keogh, that bounces off the crossbar and out for a goal kick when he's waiting there, free as a bird at the back stick to tap it in. But tonight, he scored 4, and now Wanderers make changes. Troisi for McDonald and Bacchus for Natta. So it's Ugarkovic, Bacchus and Dorrans in the centre of the park. Bernie Abini's out there as well for Mitch Duke. Scott McDonald, his third appearance off the bench for Wanderers. And now they are well and truly chasing the game, Wanderers. They've got about 20 minutes to come up with a miracle. It has been done before, though. We have seen some strange finishes to games this season. Wanderers involved in one of them down at Marvel Stadium against Melbourne Victory. Perth involved in another in Geelong against Western United early in the season. A couple of 5-4s. Here's Kamau. Bacchus, his first real involvement. Russell. For McDonald. Lutchman using that big frame of his, and Perth just get it out for a throw-in. This is a brilliant result for Perth Glory. Goal difference now at -1, up to 28 points above Western United, equal with Wellington, who are on +3 goal difference. And importantly, destiny almost in their own hands if they can win all their games. Here's Russell looking for McDonald at the back stick. Kamau. Timmins, he was running on empty, it would seem. That was a tired-looking challenge from the young man. And Daniel Elder is not taking any time-wasting tactics. Just under 20 minutes from the end, Robbie Slater. This is the run home for Perth. Adelaide on Wednesday, MacArthur at home, and then they're on the road. And they do go to New Zealand to take on Wellington. They've got Brisbane and Newcastle away as well, so not the easiest of run home in terms of travel. I expect that, Perth, but just got to take care of business in these next 2 at home. They've come up with their best performance tonight, so you'd have to say they're a massive chance to get 6 from 6. Western Sydney, conversely, they'll need to regather themselves ahead of the derby at the SCG next Sunday. What an occasion that should be. And then 2 home games after that as they look to make the finals for the first time in a few seasons. Here's Castro going forward. The Wanderers the last 3 seasons, 7th, 8th, 9th. Kamau. Timmins fell over, ricocheted into Russell, who continued on. If you gathered that throw in, he got the crossover, and it was problems because they weren't quite set in the middle. Perth Glory. Here's Ziegler. Bacchus just breezes by Timmins. Kamau, back it comes. Bacchus, Dorrans. Oh, deflection corner.
Comes off Gary, doesn't it? Important block. See, Reddy was moving, and then you can see the high fives there. They think that was definitely on target. Just stumbles here. Bacchus gets to Dorrans, looking for the far corner. And he's rather flat-footed. Reddy probably would have seen that late.
Kamau's corner. Trying to flick it on there with Zabini. Kamau, heavy touch. Ziegler trying to feed someone inside. Bacchus couldn't quite get there, and Latchman, off he goes. The big tank at the back for Perth Glory.
He fancies himself as a dribbler. He does, and I tell you, he's good. He's very composed on the ball. And given his size, I'm not going to say he's no good. He's tough, but he is. He's got great balance, and he quite often comes and carries that ball out from the back, and that's a relieving run for his team.
Ajax youth, you'd expect him to be pretty good on the ball. Carl Robinson collects a yellow card. Did you hear that? What that was for, Jamie Harnwell?
Certainly not the specifics, but I think you can gather the intent. Not a happy man at the moment.
Fair enough. Who was he spraying? The ref or the 4th official or everyone?
No, it's certainly towards referee Daniel Elder. I think there's certainly a lot of frustration going on from Wanderers.
I bet. Economides, back to Castro. Chianese can't find Economides.
What an important moment in this game that penalty was, though.
Yeah.
I think that's the frustration he'll be feeling, because Wanderers were in control. They were looking more likely at that point. The 3rd goal was the killer.
Yeah, they've got this 3-goal cushion now. Even oddly enough, the 2-goal wasn't completely comfortable, because they have used so much energy, especially in that first 35 minutes, Perth Glory. They're sitting off at the moment, just getting a breather, but...
Yeah, but I just think the 3rd goal knocked the stuffing out of them. Just the way it happened, the way they were controlling it. And then it was the first attack Perth had for quite some time. And they came up with the penalty. So that's the problem when you have a slow half like they did in that first half. You're going 2-0 down. It's always difficult to claw back.
McDonald from a deeper starting position. Polina. Garkovic and Gordon. Russell. Well marshalled by Timmins, but he switched off for a second there, Timmins, and Bacchus is in, and just hits Abini. Got the balls on the pitch. I don't think Perth will be in any hurry to get rid of the spare one. Bacchus. Garkovic. Donald, they'll have to do well here to open up Perth Glory, who are well set. Beanie. Donald again. Looking for Aquilina, but Chianese covers that one. Donald into Abini's feet. And over Kamau. safety for Perth. And again, Liam Reddy not taking any chances. No point in playing out for the sake of it when you can just go along and keep it as comfortable as possible in these last 10 minutes. The performance of the season for Perth Glory, who, if they're in this kind of mood, especially that first half, they will be dangerous if they get on a good run and make it a consistent performance. We saw in that opening 45. Guerrier looking to cover what Aquilina's trying to do. Corner.
It's been excellent tonight. Jason Guerrier, right side of defence. Well, important thing for Wanderers here is try and get a goal back or so, because all the good they did for their goal difference in that last game against Western United, it's not been completely undone here, but certainly lost 3 of them.
Guerrier, his header goes on to McDonald, who gets a good shot on target, and then Ziggy Gordon, unfortunately for Ziggy, was in the way through no fault of his own. But yeah, it's gone from +6 to +3 at the moment for Western Sydney, and Brisbane on 31 points are on +7. It's a finals race like we've never seen before in the A-League at this stage of the season. The fact that 10 teams in contention to make the finals. Dorrans, Habini. Trying to get rid of Aspro, who's been excellent again for Glory at the back tonight. McDonald, in the space on the left. Aquilina, Garkovic. Get over Otter. Just trying to get it. Gordon trying to do what few can and get it off Castro. Malik, and it opens up. No, too heavy from Aussie. He did the right thing against Western United, Perth Glory, giving Castro only a couple of minutes off the bench because he's been excellent tonight, as fresh as he's looked all season. Russell. Donald. Early ball. This has been the pattern in the last 10 minutes or so. Perth just sitting back and happy to see this one out. And Bruce and Bacchus on different wavelengths. And it's odd that it's a bit of a hex. Teams that score 5 in a game the week after, the last 6 before tonight, there's only been 1 winner. Teams that have scored 5 or more in a game, and then the next week they rock up and think, hey, in form.
Well, there you go. It's quite easy for Perth. Don't score another one.
Melbourne City, the only side to have won after scoring 5. Here could be 5 here for Perth. Big chance. It's out the right. Castro gets it back off Chianese. And perhaps they
overplayed it
subconsciously. Robbie, know that stat?
Maybe, I'm not sure, but Chianese not taking it on himself and trying to give it back here to Castro, and it's just overhit.
Does Chianese just need to thump that on target?
Yep.
Here's a chance for Economides. He's ghosted in behind. Keogh looking for 5. Yeah, 5. Andy Keogh. McDonald. Kamau. Well, won by Timmins. Oh, the use of the body to get rid of Garkovic. He's got into a bit of trouble here. Callum, though, surrounded in the end. Ball movement for Wanderers. Keogh. What a performance. He is a player known for tireless running, Andy Keogh. Gives the team so much off the ball. And he's looking to do what Jamie McLaren did in the derby earlier this year and score 5. touch from Aquilina. Economides. A couple of subs being ready for Perth Glory. Andy Keogh won't be over the moon if he's one of them, I dare say, even though he's scored 4. He'd love 5. Garkovic. He's equalled the record of Shane Smeltz, 4 in a match for Perth Glory. Smeltz did that 10 years ago, 9 years ago against Melbourne Victory. Here's Russell in space, can hit him, and elects to have a go. It was always rising. The Chris Economides for Nick D'Agostino. Economides, great to see him back fit and firing. Didn't get a goal tonight, he'd scored in his previous 3. Will not mind one bit though. Integral part of this victory. It's high octane performance down the right, and Diego Castro gets an early mark. Dane Ingham on for him. Another typically watchable performance from the Spaniard. Keogh wins the header. Wanderers again back on their heels just when they thought they were going in the right direction. Well, they certainly were going in the right direction off the derby in the 5-0, but Robbie?
Well, they've got another derby this week, and it sets it up beautifully. Sydney with a win. And their match this weekend, and Sydney do have the Big Blue on Wednesday as well, so massive week for them. But Wanderers, yep, going to have to pick themselves up. That game, derby at the SCG, by the way, it should be a cracker. But the story of this night is Perth.
Yep.
Now firmly in the hunt, whereas, like I said in the first half, a couple of weeks ago, you're looking at it thinking it's a mountain really too high, but 3 wins on the bounce. Wednesday's a massive game for them.
Oh yeah, and we'll talk to Andy Keogh about his 4-goal night so far after this one, but here's Bacchus. Can't get it past Latchman. See if Perth have got another one in them. That would really hurt Wanderers more ways than one, given the goal difference has taken a fair old rattle up tonight. Western Sydney. They love derbies. At the moment, they've got it over Sydney FC in those fixtures. D'Agostino. Can't quite find Chianese. Aquilina. McDonald. Looking for Bacchus over the top. Latchman's there. So's Ingham. Timmins shoveled off it by McDonald. Kamau. McDonald's feet. Flips it back to Garkovic. Trying to reach that far post, top corner. Just not happening for Wanderers after the setback. Getting back to 2-1, and then the setback of the penalty. Put them back on their heels, and then they were up against the ropes and tangled in the ropes, falling through the ropes when Andy Keogh scored his 4th. Extraordinary record for Western Sydney in Perth. This run of outs over there is going to go over 2,700 days. Wow. I think I will say about Bruce Kamau's goal, it was their 350th in the A-League. Matters next to nothing tonight. Just can't win away from home at the moment as well. Winless in their last 5. Last win, March 7, against Western United in Ballarat, away from home. I'll have to flip that statistic on its head next week against Sydney FC at the SCG. Here's Kamau. Beanie. Look at that line for Perth Glory late in this one. We were wondering about their energy levels and concentration and the like. Tight areas for Western Sydney to play through, and they can't. That's very well played. Nosey, Ingham. They've done that well, Perth. Can they set Andy up for a fifth on his 35th? D'Agostino. Ingham. D'Agostino kind of stopped on his run, but he's there anyway to get it. Keogh ready to launch himself. Doesn't get the service. Look at him herring after that one and winning it back. Finds Ingham. They win another penalty here, Perth. I know a fair idea who's going to take it. Ingham. That's by Garkovic. I was expecting Keogh there, given the night he's had, to go on amazing, beat 3 players and put it top bins, but you know, see this one out, Perth. Their best performance of the season. It's the only thing that's gone wrong for Andy Keogh tonight, not winning that throw-in. Malik wins it back. D'Agostino. Asked to shoot, does, and just misses that bottom corner. Keogh was on if he played it through as well.
Well, brilliant action from D'Agostino. He'll be frustrated having to come off the bench with that bit of skill and then cross the keeper. 100% the right idea, but just drags it.
Just to show the squad depth, though, of Perth Glory when everyone's fit and available. This is including the exclusion of Neil Kilkenny, who won't play a part for Perth for the rest of the season. He's been omitted from the squad henceforth. Performances from Callum Timmins in the centre of the park certainly making up for his absence. It's the direction they've decided to go at Perth. Timmins and Bodnar are the future in that area. Brandon Wilson as well, adding depth, and Aussie Malik too. Ziegler. Gordon. Ooh, swing from Timmins. Bacchus keeps going. In search of a second goal for Wanderers. Everything counts in this run-in. Kamau. Abini. In the way was Malik. Aspro was hanging off everything that Bernie was doing as well. Ingham busts a challenge. He's had his undershirt ripped there. Dane Ingham. Here's Keogh. Malik. Oh, lovely ball. Joel Keogh for a fifth. What a way to end it. Perth's best performance of the season. Capped with a 5th goal. And it's a thrashing of Western Sydney Wanderers tonight.
And that starts way back when Ingham breaks from inside his own penalty box. And they continued going. The referee played a great advantage. What a ball that is from Malik. The outside to inside run from Joel Keogh. It's just a toe poke past a desperate Margouche. Real clever finish. Perfect pass from Malik. And it truly is a party in Perth. And the Wanderers, after getting 5 themselves against Western United 8 days ago, cop 5 here in the West. And that doesn't look good for Ziggy Gordon, who was sliding in there as Keogh finished.
Well, it's a filthy night for Wanderers after scoring 5 in their last game, conceding 5 in this one against the red-hot Perth Glory strike force. 4 for Keogh, 1 for Keogh, his 4th of the season. Yeah, you mentioned the party in Perth. They celebrate with a protein shake and some Hydrolite to prepare for Wednesday night. But gee, the confidence they get out of this. What does it lead to? Anything, really, if they want it to. As Dorrance falls down there with no one around him. Beanie looking to run this one down. And he's offside. That should be just about that, and is. What a performance for Perth Glory. Clawing their way back into contention with 2 wins in a row before tonight, and then highlighting their prospects with their best performance of the season. Wanderers, 2 steps forward, 1 big step back. So what does it mean for them? That's a question mark. What we do know is that I don't know what his best birthday so far is, Andy Keogh, and he's 35 years on earth, but it would want to be a good night or a day if it tops this evening at HBF Park with 4 goals. Going into tonight, he hadn't got off the mark, and tonight he scores 4 to set up this victory for Perth Glory. Full time at HBF Park. It's a fantastic performance and result for the home side. Perth Glory 5, Western Sydney Wanderers 1. We very much have a contender for the top 6, Robbie Slater, on that.
Yeah, they've certainly announced themselves. That's 3 on the bounce. You know, you looked at it when it was coming up.